let's talk degrees. Degrees is very important when it comes to astrology. And you might get a little freaked out because it has to do with math, but it's really not that complicated. So I think we all know that a circle equals 360 degrees. And we all know that there's 12 signs in the zodiac. So that circle, the natal chart, the moon map is divided into 12 sections. So when you take 360, you divide it by 12, you get 30. Each sign equals 30 degrees. So if you look at the chart on the ascendant here, we have Pisces, and it is broken up into thirds. So each one of those thirds equals 10 degrees. And the signs go counterclockwise, the planets go counterclockwise. So it starts at the top here, 0 through 210 for the first section, 10 through 219 for the second, and then 20 to 29 for the third. And we don't ever refer to the number 30. It is always 0 to 29 point whatever, but I don't worry about points. So let's work with the first full moon of 2026, and it is represented by the gray circle with the number 1 in the middle being the full moon in Cancer. So we're going to go counterclockwise from this ascendant, which is Pisces, and then the signs always go in order. So the next sign after Pisces, we're starting again through the zodiac at number 1, Aries, then Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. So this full moon is happening at 13 degrees Cancer. If you look where Cancer starts, right there by where Gemini ends, the first little section is 10 degrees. It's just like a ruler, how it's broken up from centimeter to centimeter. So the thicker line represents 10. 13 is 3 away from that. So 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, I also encourage you to look at any planets that are in alignment or close to that moon. We have Mercury and Saturn. The little red lines represent where that moon hits, and you look either left or right to see if there's anything within 10 degrees of the moon. And then if that is the case, then those planets are affecting that moon. The moon is like turning them on, lighting them up, making you pay attention to whatever those planets represent. And in this case, it's Mercury and Saturn. Saturn represents challenges. Mercury represents communication. So for this person, those things are going to be brought to light with the Cancer full moon. And then you also pay attention to where the house is or what the house is. And the full moon is happening, in this case, in the 5th house. But Mercury is in the 4th, and Saturn is right on the cusp. So things like family, parents, our roots, our home base are all going to be affected, as well as things to do for this particular person with things that have to do with what I like to call the fun house, our social life, things we do in our spare time, children, our sex life, our casual sex life, and our casual acquaintances. Sometimes there's planets on the opposite side of that, and that's called an opposition. So if there's any planets right opposite that in the opposite sign, in this case Capricorn is opposite Cancer, then those would also be affected by this moon. But in this case, we don't have any. So there you have it.